contest. He will also give you an overview of what happens in a contest. Please welcome John with his speech, Stepping Out. John Sugar.
Stepping up, whatever you want to call it. We are going to have an amazing contest next week. It'll be just a club contest. So I want to show some respect to the people that have been working behind the scenes. I want to introduce you to some of the competitors. I want to tell you about my history with speaking in contests. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and of course our guests. If I may indulge myself, here's my little binder, and it has all the wonderful little things that I did when I went to contests. Now if we go way back to 2001, I didn't enter a contest, I went to judges training. I wanted to find out what was important when you went to a contest. What is it that they wanted? Now, just to add a little adjunct to that, we've ensured that everybody that is in this contest this time has been sent the judging form so they can look at it. It's not if we have a humorous contest, for instance, it's not one-liners. It's the ability to be able to create something. It's the ability to be able to make them laugh and give them that message. So my first contest happened in 2001, table topics. Then we went to some participation in a speech contest. Participation in a speech contest. 2002 was evaluation. 2002 it was, that was evaluation. And then we move on to humorous. I didn't get very far on that. So I went back to judges training. And I had to look, and isn't it cool, these little things that you get from when you're going? Now, as I move through the years, and it's something that I want you to all be aware of tonight, is that we start next week with a club contest. Then we moved in approximately 2 weeks to an area contest. How many clubs in our area? Lynn? 5. And what area are we in? Area 3. I've been a division governor twice, once with 38 clubs and once with 18 clubs. So you kind of remember these things. So as my fortunes moved along, what happened is, okay, finally, I moved up to area, and I was first place in area. So it meant that I got to move on to division. And this is something really important that I want each and every one of you to remember. As we go through club, you'll all be here for the club contest. As we go to area, there'll be a few less people at area. Try going to division, and how many people did you have when you went, Lynn? One. I had none. And I got to tell you, if one thing that is important when you go to a contest, when you are, your nerves, your everything about you is being tested, and you look out into that audience, and sure, I knew some people, but when they went, Area 4, yay! Area 3. It means that you're starting from behind. So I want you to keep that in mind, that when these contests come up, it's a couple of hours. It's a really interesting time to go and meet other Toastmasters. My forte is I love building a relationship with people because you start with something and then you move along. Now, Lynn, what are you doing this time in our club contest?
I'm organizing it.
And what's that called?
Contest chair.
She's the chair. Now, Keith, what are you doing?
I'm the contest Toastmaster.
The Toastmaster. And I'm Chief Judge. Now, I can't tell you. Now, we know all the contestants. and I'll get you to put your hand up in a few minutes there, but I can tell you I'm chief judge because, number one, I'm not allowed to judge. Number two, I can't even be the tiebreaker for the judge. So that means that if I say, judges, put up your hand. No, you're not. We try and keep this as fair as possible. So judges are anonymous when they come in. And what happens is we collect ballots, and Bob will be helping me, and Tasha will be helping me with that next week. And as soon as somebody's hand goes up and you're sitting behind them, obviously you recognize they're a judge. But what I'm trying to get across about that is that there's always a really important aspect is to keep it fair. There are situations that arise when you're working on that judging form, and each and every one of you can become a judge at some time or another. It's just going through judges training, see what it is that is necessary for a skill set, and then have that opportunity, because Bob and Tasha will find that they'll be the only person, other than me, that goes into the back room and we go, 1 for first place, 2 for, and we count everything up. And I bet you these two are going to look at me and go, what were they thinking? So it's one of those things that Graham may have thought, well, geez, you know, so-and-so did really well. It's really an intriguing place to go. It was one of the first things that I actually did, so I'm looking forward to that. When it comes to a contest, of course, there's a rule book. And the rule book changes pretty much every year. So it's something that I have to really be on top of, because last year, for instance, there's an area of 4 clubs. How many people get to go forward? They can send 2 people. Because we have 5 clubs, you can only send 1. So these things are all integral to the success of a club contest. This is our fall contest, and there will be another contest in the springtime. We'll have evaluation and our international speech contest. The humorous contest this time only goes up as high as district, but the international speech contest can go to the world stage, where you can make or break your name as a speaker who can make that a career. So I see my life is, my life is coming to an end by the lights. There's so much information, and I just wanted to invigorate you and give you a little bit of general information about what it is. And I want to thank Lynn, I want to thank Keith for being involved with it, and I want each and every one of the contestants to understand that we'll try and run the best contest, the fairest contest, and help them move along to the next area, the next level. Mr. Wilson.
Please take the next 1 minute and write down any comments you have for John Scherber's speech for his group. Mr. Simon, have you started the 1 minute?
Oh, no, I'm not. Thank you.